Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress and welcome to the channel. I'm Twisted Logic. I upgraded from 47.4 to 47.5 and I hope that's gonna fix a couple things. If I go into Urist McLogic's thoughts and preferences here, I'm hoping that the updated from 0.4 to 0.5 fixes some of the memory issues that he's having here. Because Urist McLogic is pretty much a nervous wreck. So this felt restless after lack of abstract thinking for too long. I looked that one up. It has nothing to do with crafting. It has to do with reading books and praying. Restless after unable to practice martial arts. We can solve that one with combat training. But this right here, felt lonely after being away from people for too long. Felt lonely after being away from family for too long, and felt lonely being away from friends for too long. Those three right there are unfixable in this challenge. But I've been monitoring Urist McLogic's stress level using Dwarf Therapist since the beginning, and he just keeps getting more stressed and more stressed. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go to individual combat drill. Let's see, prepare raw fish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all his labors off except for mining. Okay, so when he finishes preparing the raw fish here, all of his labors are disabled except for mining. And I just want to get some of this setting, so I'm going to cut that. I'm also going to cut a tunnel this way and get rid of that. Open up this a little bit more. Change some of the designations here. As soon as he finishes preparing this raw fish, he's going to start mining. Excellent, excellent. So I've been monitoring Urist's stress since the beginning of the game here, and it seems like he's just gonna go crazy pretty soon. I think he's gonna get depressed and then stop eating and drinking and then die. But I mean, this is the first Hermit challenge that I'm attempting, and I think it's a good first start. First attempt at the challenge. Some people in the comments had asked about expelling the dwarves instead of killing them. I think that's probably a better option. I usually forget about expelling the dwarves, and that's why I killed them. And then somebody else had mentioned that after they died, instead of burying them, I could have like closed the door up, locked that room, and just made memorial slabs so Urist wouldn't see the dead bodies. And I think that's a pretty good idea too. If I'm gonna do the Hermit challenge again, knowing what I know now, I would probably expel the dwarves outright from the beginning of the game. Another thing that I learned is that I was looking this up. I was just doing a lot of reading the other day on Dwarf Fortress wiki pages, and one of them about strange moods said that you need to have at least 20 dwarves in the fort in order to get a strange mood to unlock that. So I don't believe that Urist is going to get a strange mood at all. It seems like, from what I read, that doesn't unlock until you have a population of 20. So I'm just expanding out the hobbit hole right now. I want to make another room right here, and I don't know, maybe he's not a lost cause with this new update from 4.4 to 0.5, because I was reading that it changed the way that there was a little bit of differences in memories in that change, as well as just a couple stress fixes. Okay, so stockpiles and then X, and then I'm just going to get rid of that one and most of that one, and then F for food. Put that one back there. Just disabled seeds on this one. This seed stockpile here accepts all the seeds except for pigtail seeds, and then this food stockpile, I'm going to go into the settings of this one and just turn on pigtail seeds. then get rid of this furniture stockpile right here. And remake just an empty barrel stockpile right here. So forbid the type and then only barrels. And get rid of all this right here. Wood stockpile, so it's only like a sliver wood stockpile now, and then a new furniture stockpile here, and then maybe I'll just dig this out a little bit more to expand it. Just like that. Okay. So I think it changed some thoughts about eating food as well. Okay, so worried after being unable to be extravagant for so long. What I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna craft some stone crafts, and then he's gonna be able to put on a bunch of the stone crafts that he has, and then that's gonna be fixed. As well as worried after being unable to acquire something for too long. So those are both kind of like go with the greed that he has. But lack of abstract thinking is going to be reading books or praying. So I'm going to recreate the temple here. This is the temple right now, but I'm going to just X this out with zones. I'm going to make a new zone here, right there. It's going to be a meeting spot, a location, add a location, L for library. Okay, excellent. So I got a library there, and I don't have any books. However, it's open. The library is open to the public, basically. So people from around the area, other dwarves, maybe other humans, right in the area of this site are gonna know that I have a library here, and hopefully some of them will come and hang out and bring books with them, and maybe I can read those books. So hopefully somebody is gonna come and bring us books. Oh, I'm getting the warm stone located because of the magma tube is one level down right here. Just redesignated after all that. Okay, great. And then I for zone, and I'm going to paint in a new zone right here. And this is going to be meeting location. I'm going to add a new one, temple, and this temple is going to be to the earthen. Okay, so Urist went to sleep now. He did all that mining and went to sleep. Let's take a look at his thoughts and preferences. So Z, enter. Over the long term, he has been under a great deal of stress. Blissful after sleeping in a great bedroom. Satisfied at work. Restless after being unable to argue for too long. Worried after being unable to acquire something for too long. That's going to be fixed next, I hope. Worried after being unable to pray to the earthen for too long. So he'll be able to pray shortly. And restless after a lack of abstract thinking. Restless after being unable to practice martial arts for too long. Practice a craft for too long. Okay, so the next thing then is I'm going to go over to the leatherworking shop, and I'm going to add in a quiver, a backpack, and a buckler. And then in the magma forge here, cancel those bolts, and I'm going to add in a other objects of silver, silver flask. And then I also want to add in a silver altar, bookcase, maybe 2 bookcases. And I could do silver crafts. Yeah, so I'll put silver crafts on repeat. And then maybe I'll do like 25 to 30 silver crafts. So when he wakes up, he's got food hauling on, as well as all of the metal crafting and furnace operator and leatherworking. And that's it. Because I need to get the I really need to get the food situated here. If I go to Z here, I have a bunch of food and drinks, but when I start cooking these lavish meals here, I don't want them to go bad. And so he's got to cook them, but then he's got to put them into a barrel. Repeat the lavish meal. And I was going to make some more silver goblets as well. So he's making 5 to 10. So he's making the flask. I want to get him all of his equipment up to silver bolts. And the range of this is going to be they make it, it's in 25, so 50 to 75. So that way he can go hunting, because I want to get him the quiver and the backpack and the... Oh great, he's making the altar as well. And then I'm just gonna remove these buildings here, the tables and chairs right here, as well as this door. Did he do that yet? Yeah, extra remove the door. Oh, I think he already did. Okay, so build door, and then planning mode. So 2 there and there, and then build table. Do another table and chair in this library. Excellent. So build, and then Alt A for a offering place. I'm gonna put that like right there. That's the silver altar. And just L for locations, and then okay, the temple here. The temple dedicated to the earth, and I just set to citizens only. But the library here is all visitors are welcome. Let's see, making silver crafts. Okay, so I think that I could build the bookcases now. So Alt C for the bookcase. Oh great, yeah. Alt C again. I'll put the other one there. And I'm gonna queue up some statues. Maybe like 6 statues here. And when he makes the statues, we'll be able to look at them and see what he made. So build, and then S. Planning mode. Put one like right there, just in random places. In the library, in his new office, the earthen temple, in the dining room, and in the bedroom as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh great, okay, excellent. Because he's gonna want to look at art too, so he's like gonna miss looking at art, so. At this point, I'm monitoring his stress over in Dwarf Therapist here, Urist McLogic. If on this happiness right here, if I hover over this, 23.2k stress level, right? And then I refresh it, 23.5k stress level. So every day, or not every day, but as time passes, he's just getting more stressed out, and I'm trying to reduce that right now, as much as I can. So military, F for ammunition. The hunters here, Shift M for material, and then I'm just gonna change the bolts here to any to metal bolts. And then the first squad here, C to add an item, bolts, material, wood bolts, and that's gonna be training. And then I'll add in metal bolts as well for combat. 100. That should be fine. Yeah. U for supplies. Do not carry food and carry any drink. Although he is going to make a backpack for himself. Oh great, okay, so he's making the leather stuff now. Did he finish all this work over here in the smith? Alt W. No, not yet. But, okay, he's got the flask there. And then the other thing I wanted to do was open up this, make sure this was open here. Okay, so I'm going to unlock this door, but I'm also going to cancel the planned graves and beds in here. Okay, so this right here, he's gonna come and get some. He's gonna get some new clothes and stuff right now. Yeah, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to. It's possible that I'll do this challenge again. If I do, then I'll expel the dwarves instead of killing them, so that way, you know, whoever the hermit is has less terrible thoughts. Okay, so he's eating the cave lobster here, and I'm just gonna resize this room. Max size here, as well as the bedroom. Resize this. Okay, those are already set. And I just enabled furniture hauling as well. So store-owned items, they're gonna do the store-owned items, even if all of the laborers are not assigned to the dwarf. They're still going to store their owned items. And excellent, now he's meditating on minerals, which is great. So the earthen is the Urist's god of metal and minerals. So that's why I made the silver altar here, which he hasn't hauled yet. But I think that the... Now, I did read that praying was supposed to satisfy the abstract thinking. Oh, look at this. Who is this guy? This is Kib. Kib Strife Plank. Let's take a look at his inventory here. He's got this item in his right hand here. It looks like an artifact. Tun Regaden. So if I press enter on here, there's no option here shown. But if I press enter on this, then I get the items page here. And I can press V for the description. And this is a milk quartz figure of lorikeets. And it's a masterfully designed image of lorikeets in milk quartz. So that's a figurine that he's carrying, an artifact figurine that he brought with him. Oh great, and then Urist is making his buckler. So military equipment, Shift U for uniform, and then I'm just going to set him to archer. And so I already have the crossbow. He just made the quiver and the buckler. And now he's going to pick up equipment. I think he's going to get some new clothes again. Excellent. Okay, so he's not going to get a strange mood because the population never reached 20. It seems like that migration waves aren't hard-coded anymore because it's the year 53 now. And I still haven't gotten the migrant wave. Oh, he put the door in there. And now he's got the altar. Excellent. And he's putting the bookcases in. Excellent. Excellent. So the bookcases look weird on mine. It's these dark icons here. It looks like it's planning mode, but the bookcase is this one and this one. Other than that, that's pretty much the only symbol that's like kind of messed up in my version of SpaceFox. So I have an older version of SpaceFox. I don't like how the new version looks since about, I don't know, like version 40 something. Let me just recreate this room right here. Okay, so furniture stockpile like there, and then wood stockpile there. Okay. So I take an old version of SpaceFox and I force install it over top of the new version. Because I like how these stockpiles look like this with the lines, and then also the new version of SpaceFox has like weird up-down stairs. These are my up-down stairs, the older ones. I think I did a video of, in the video like getting started with Dwarf Fortress Lazy New Pack. I think in that video, it's like one of my first videos, so the audio quality isn't as great as this one. But, I kind of explain how to do it with the installation, and like you can either get an older version, I think it's version 40.4 or something like that, but you can get that version and get that version of SpaceFox and force install it over the new one, or you can go to I have a Google Drive. I have a Google Drive that I zipped it to. Oh great, okay, so now he's doing the food hauling, I hope. Yeah, store item in barrel, this should be all the... Yeah, he's getting the stuff out of the butcher shop there, excellent. Okay, just turned on masonry and he's making some statues now as well. So that way he can appreciate art. Oh, there's another guy here. Maldath. The pulley without limits. Okay, let's enter on that. And then V for description. This is a gigantic Nautilus parchment scroll. The rollers are made out of sunstone. Written on the item is a manual entitled The Pulley Without Limits, authorized by Maldath Granite Hoist. It concerns the reasons why pulleys are so effective. The writing is clear evidence of a compassionate being. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Okay, that's my target right there. And then he's also got, if I go down one, The World Without Pulleys. Enter. And then V. A microline bound codex. The written portion consists of a 124-page manual entitled The World Without Pulleys. Authored by Maldath Granite Hoist. It concerns the reasons why pulleys are effective. The writing gives a feeling of compassion here and there. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Okay, so that guy's my target there. This guy's my target. Kib here heard that we had such a great library here that he decided to come and hang out, and he brought his own books with him. Now I'm gonna lock this door and forbid the cat from leaving as well. And we'll continue to follow Urist. Oh, he's going to sleep. Excellent. So we'll take a look at his thoughts now that he's sleeping. Blissful after sleeping in a great bedroom. Satisfied at work. Still worried about acquiring something. Restless after leading an unexciting life for so long. Let's just see if there's anything new in here. Okay, so he was relieved discussing his problems with an acquaintance. I don't know if that was one of the two guys that showed up or not. Exhilarated, remember getting into an argument. Euphoric due to inebriation. He was interested having an intellectual discussion with an acquaintance. He was blissful. He was blissful remembering sleeping in a great bedroom. He was accepting remembering Mebzeth Equal Dagger's dead body. That was his friend that died. Still restless after abstract thinking. lack of abstract thinking, still restless after that. But he was exhilarated after getting into an argument, blissful after remembering dining in a good dining room, wonder remembering communing with the earthen, restless after being unable to argue for too long. He felt satisfied improving his weaponsmithing, and also satisfied improving his metal crafting. Restless after being unable to practice a craft for too long. He was frightened reliving being haunted by the dead. That's, yeah. Satisfied upon improving his mining. Oh, improving his mining and then mastering his mining as well. So let's see now. 24.6k, and then we'll read. Still 24.6k. Okay. So it's possible that the update fixed the stress cascade, but I'm going to continue to monitor that. I think that every time Urist goes to sleep here, we're going to look at his thoughts and see if there's anything new, see if anything changed, and then take a look at his stress levels with Dwarf therapist. So it looks like Urist is constructing the rock statues now. So maybe what I'll do is a stone stockpile, like there, and then the settings of this. Forbid everything except for basalt. So other stone basalt, because that's the primary stone that I have laying around. And wheelbarrows 1. Stone holding on, and masonry off. So after he finishes making this statue here, after he finishes making that statue, he should do, he's got a bunch of other things to do, but he's got furniture hauling. At a certain point he'll fill up this with the wheelbarrow, and it looks like he's installing the statue. We'll get to see what the first statue he made is. Oh, construction nearly done. Kib's in the way. Oh great, let's see what he's got to eat here. Llama sweetbread. He's got llama sweetbread, excellent. So maybe I'll move that statue. Okay. Construct building again, so he's moving the next statue over. Although he didn't finish the first one. Okay, excellent. So this statue right here. I just clicked it a couple times. Basalt statue of Urist. Let's see, enter. And then V for description. This is a finely crafted basalt statue of Urist McLogic, knowledge giggled. Excellent. So he made a statue of himself. Him and dwarves in basalt. And Urist McLogic is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Urist McLogic to the position of militia commander of the Mute Fountains in the early spring of 50. Excellent. So it's a commemorating himself to this appointment. Now you see what's happening right now is Urist has no job and he's just stumbling around obliviously now. So his stress maybe got a little bit higher. Let's see. So last time we checked it was at 24.7k stress. Let's read. See, now he's at 25.0k. Yeah, so this is what this is one of the things I was worried about. There's not enough there's too many negative things happening to Urist where his stress just keeps going up. I think that if I remove the noble positions here of bookkeeper and broker, R to replace, leave vacant, R to replace, leave vacant. If I leave those vacant there, then he's going to have less stress, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm still going to make this a throne room for him. Oh, great, and now he's going back to work now. So at a certain stress level, once he gets down, like, you see it down here now, too. He's yellow. He's in yellow. After the dwarves get below a certain stress level, they're going to stumble around obliviously. And they'll do that for a little bit and then get back to work, and it's... It can be a little frustrating sometimes. Let's check out these two statues he made. This is a basalt statue, well-crafted basalt statue of Odom Bootrighteous. Well-designed image of Odom Bootrighteous, the dwarf, in basalt by Urist McLogic. Odom Bootrighteous is withering away. The artwork relates to the dehydration of the dwarf Odom Bootrighteous in Glaze Lost in the early winter of 50. So he made a statue of his friend dying. Yeah, Urist is a nervous wreck here. Let's see what this one is. V, enter. So Urist made a statue of Avas here. Avas geared marks. Striking a menacing pose, and the artwork relates to the return of the dwarf Avas from the dead as a restless haunt in Glaze Lost in the early year of 51. Okay, another statue here of, it relates to the selection of the dwarf Urist McLogic as the, to the position of expedition leader of the Mutant Fountains in the early winter of 50. Okay, so he's got two dead friends here. One of them is a statue of one of his friends is returning to a ghost. The other one is a statue of his friend dehydrating. One of the statues is him becoming militia commander and him becoming okay, Kiv's ready to leave. And Moldath is still pondering. Let me see the inventory. Okay, so Kib here. I'm gonna unlock the door and let Kib go. Okay, relock the door. Excellent. Oh, great, okay. So he's doing a lot of the hauling now. I want him to move the seed. He's got a seed bag over here that I want him to move over into this stockpile over here before I let him food haul again. So he made two statues of himself. And two statues of his friends dying. Or he's got the quiver. He's got the crossbow. He's got the buckler. And the flask. Excellent. Did he make the backpack? Oh, he made the backpack, but I told him not to carry food, so he shouldn't be wearing the backpack. Excellent. So Squad A, kill, Moldath. So I just gave Urist McLogic the order to kill Moldath here, and I'll step through it a little bit, maybe. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll let it go a little fast. So he's shooting arrows at him. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let's look at the reports. The Baroness Consort, Moldath. I must withdraw. I must withdraw. The battle rages. Ah, no! Help! Save me! I must withdraw. Silver bolt hits Moldath in the kidney, or right kidney, right through the cloak. Those injuries beyond fear, and so looks like he also got struck in the right upper leg, in the right hip here, bends the hip. He falls over, vomits, and he's just crying for help as Urist is running around trying to get him. We need those books. This is important. This is very important to Urist's sanity to get those books. I may have to switch to an axe. It looks like he may be out of arrows. Where did there he is. So let me follow the Baroness Consort, Esteem Bridge, with his pulley book. Why isn't that cat fighting him? What happened to Urist? I think Urist is just searching for him. I don't think he knows that he's back in the library here. Or, is he? General? Oh, stumbling around obliviously. So he's in one of his oblivious, fits right now. He should be killing that guy and taking his books, but it's a little spaced out. Oh great, he snapped out of it. Excellent. Just in time. Excellent, excellent. So, okay, build. Just want to build a burial receptacle in the back part of the library here. Salt coffin. And then I'm just going to reclaim everything in the fortress. Just in case. Yeah, those arrows that were dropped, and yes, we got the book right here, The World Without Pulleys. And now Urist is gonna have to clean up the murder scene before. Urist is cleaning up the murder scene here before anyone else comes and discovers. Excellent. This is because of abstract thinking. He's unable to think abstractly. He needs to read that book on pulleys. And this guy, this Baroness was a little unfortunate, but thank you very much for bringing us the pulley book. Excellent, so he's going to construct the grave right now. I want to get that in before the body starts decomposing. He should take him over there. Yeah, I just checked that, just double checked that burial was enabled, and it is. So he should bring the corpse over shortly. Excellent. Excellent. He's been put to rest, and Urist is having some cave lobster stew. Oh, and now he's in one of his spaced out moods now. Not a mood, but he's stumbling around oblivious he didn't finish his cave lobster. So let's take a look at thoughts and preferences. He has become haggard and drawn down to the tremendous stress placed upon him and is oblivious to reality. Felt satisfied remembering work, worried after being unable to acquire something for too long, worried after being unable to be extravagant for too long, worried after being unable to take it easy for too long, worried after being able to help anybody for too long, worried after a lack of decent meals for too long, felt lonely being away from family, lonely being away from friends, blissful dining in a good dining room. Let's see if there's just anything new in here. Satisfied at work, interested near a fine burial receptacle. He was horrified reliving seeing Maldath's granite hoist die. He was blissful remembering dining in a very good dining room. Uneasy dwelling upon retching in miasma. He felt euphoric due to inebriation. He was afraid after experiencing trauma. He was afraid after seeing Maldath granite hoist die. He felt sad at seeing somebody's death. He was angry while killing somebody. He didn't feel anything while in conflict. He felt satisfied upon improving his crossbow. He felt satisfied upon improving his archery. Felt restless after being unable to practice martial arts for too long. Frightened, reliving being haunted by the dead. He was restless after leading an unexciting life for too long. He was restless after being unable to fight for too long. Interested near a fine furnace, worried dwelling upon the lack of decent meals for too long. Okay, so he watched Maldath die. He felt sad seeing it. He was angry while killing him. Afraid after experiencing trauma. Horrified reliving the situation. But he was also happy improving his archery and and improving his crossbow. And let's see his stress level. So 25k was the last time we checked it, and now it is at 28.4k. Okay. But that's one of the things that I want Urist to teach us is about some different stresses and some different memories. Great, he's finishing his cave lobster now. Excellent. Excellent. He just went to sleep, so that's the time that I would have, it's about the same time I would have checked the thoughts anyway. And Urist continues to clean up. Excellent. So with the update here, this store item in stockpile right there, it's like the words are getting a little bit the words are a little cut off a little differently than what I'm used to here. Store, so I can't read this end part, the important part. Store item in stockpile, go to individual combat, drill. I wonder if I could fix that somehow. No job. When he does store item in location, he's going to be moving the oh, I need to, you know what I need to do is build H container, and then planning mode, like 2 containers in there, maybe a few in there, in his office, as well as the library. So I'll make some, queue up some containers in a little bit. Okay, I see what happened. I ran out of silver. So I ran out of silver earlier, so we didn't make all the crafts that I wanted him to bake. So I just queued up some rock crafts, and after he finishes filling that rock stockpile there, I'll turn rock crafting back on. It looks like he's going after the metal as well. It's going to be totally worth it killing that man for the book. It's totally worth it. It's a book and a scroll, so it's really like 2 books. But Urist is going to learn about pulleys, and he's going to be ecstatic about it. It's going to change everything. Great, he's going to individual combat training, so some of his work is kind of getting a little bit lower. He took some time out to combat train. Excellent. Should be praying to worship and meditating. Excellent. These are good signs. I don't want him to go crazy. It's just that I don't think it can be avoided. He's praying to the earthen now, which is great. I know what it says. It's cut off. Let me just... There we go. I'll get rid of the menu there. I could play without the menu for a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Praying to the earthen. Okay, excellent. So I just enabled masonry and stone crafting. So he's making a statue, although he is bringing a stone from all the way over there to all the way over here instead of taking the stockpile. That's fine. Okay, he's making the last stone stockpile. Making the last rock statue now. Excellent. So I'll have to click on this stockpile right here. And G, give to a pile or workshop, and then the craft workshop. So give to craft dwarf workshop. I can also do that for the masonry shop. So now the stone stockpile here is giving to the mason shop and giving to the craft dwarf workshop. So hopefully he doesn't pick up stones randomly for crafting, and he uses the wheelbarrow to get them to bring them to the stockpile first, I hope. Oh, see, he's in one of his moods again now. Stumbling around obliviously. Okay. It does. It's see, the thing is, it's like this doesn't make the game unplayable, but it makes this challenge just that much difficult. So, like, if I had like if I was running a normal, typical fortress that I normally do. Right, I would have, at this point I would have like 40-something dwarves, and the food would be taken care of, the crafts would be taken care of. It would be completely different. And so, like, I mean, one or two of them may not get the needs met, and kind of go in this spiral a little bit. But when you're talking about like 1% of a fortress, it's fine. Oh, good, he's going back to craft some items now. Excellent. Urist McLogic isn't at the point of no return yet. Like, he can still be saved completely. As soon as he reads that book, I bet. I think what I have to do is P and then stockpile, and then G for finished goods. I'm just gonna put that like right there. Settings of this finished goods stockpile are going to be to forbid the type except for figurines, amulets, scepters, crowns, rings, earrings, and bracelets, and everything else is not accepted. And it's going to accept any quality and any material of those items. And once Urist gets a bunch of these crafts made, he's going to start putting on the items, and that's going to be the unable to acquire something for too long, and it's also going to be unable to acquire something extravagant for too long. I know he really likes scepters and he really likes scepters and something else. I forget what the other thing was. Oh, hatch covers. He really likes hatch covers, and crossbows he likes. Yeah, he really likes crossbows. And then this is also going to be satisfying his need to craft things as well. Now he does want to make a masterwork someday. I wanted to make that out of metal. Okay, he's sleeping again. Let's take a look at his... he made a bunch of crafts over there. Let's see how many he made. He made 29 rock crafts. He didn't pick any up yet. Let's see. So worried after being unable to acquire something for too long, and worried after being able to be extravagant for too long. As soon as he picks up those crafts that he made, those two are gonna flip. I can't really do anything about him not being able to help anybody take it easy for too long. I think that I think I'm gonna have to look that one up. Take it easy. I think it's just like no work, or possibly socialize. Lack of decent meals. We're gonna try to solve that one in the next episode. Lonely after being away from family, we can't fix. Lonely after being away from friends for too long, can't fix that one. Satisfied upon proving stone crafting, euphoric due to inebriation. He was exhilarated, remembering getting into an argument. Blissful dining in a good dining room, and was mortified dwelling upon being forced to eat vermin to survive. So this was one that could have been avoidable, but I locked the door and forgot about it. Interested near a fine door. Horrified reliving seeing Maldath granite hoist die. Okay, I'll move it down as well in case you want to read the rest of it. He's got some thought changes here because of seeing Odum's dead body. He personally would have the world operate in complete harmony without the least bit of strife or disorder because of seeing the dead body there. Sees the power over others as something to strive for, being forced to endure the decay of his friend, and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. So those were two personality changes because of seeing his friend die and then seeing the decay, and he made the statues of his friend die. He hasn't put the other statues up yet. These two were commemorating his promotion to expedition leader and militia commander. Oh, he's stumbling around obliviously again. Let's take a look. 29.8k stress. We'll rate the changes and read this. So now 31.5k stress. I believe that once he gets to 50k stress, that's the point of no return. I'm pretty sure. Oh great, he's putting the other statue in. Excellent. So maybe he'll appreciate art. Let's take a look at this statue. This is a finely crafted granite statue of a dwarf. Item is finely designed image of a dwarf in granite by Urist McLogic. So just a generic statue there, and he's got the next one. This item is a finely designed image of dwarves in basalt by Urist McLogic. The dwarves are traveling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Glaze Lost by the mute fountains of Blameless Pick in the early spring of 50. Okay. Yeah, item holing and food holing are back on now. Excellent. Store item and location. He's got the book. He's reading it. The World Without Pulleys. He's reading The World Without Pulleys. This is amazing. His abstract thinking. What would the world like be without pulleys? How are police awesome? What do they do? What machines wouldn't we have without pulleys? This is what Urist is learning about, and he's thinking abstractly about it. Excellent. So he just finished reading his book. I read The World Without Pulleys. It's interesting. He's become haggard and drawn due to the tremendous stress placed upon him. He is interested after learning about the reasons why pulleys are effective. Yes! He's interested after reading The World Without Pulleys. He is interested after learning... He's interested after learning The World Without Pulleys. Okay, now I just need him to pick up those items that he crafted. I might have to make some more bins. Store them in bin. As soon as he starts moving the craft goods around into the craft goods stockpile, then he should want to pick some of those things up. I don't know if he just did that or not. Let's see. It looks like he's eating his cave lobster again. Inventory. Okay, so he's got a basalt ring now in his inventory. He's got the basalt ring on his thumb. Anything else here? No, let's go to look at his preferences now. He was content after putting on a finely crafted item. He felt pleasure after satisfying acquisition. He was interested after learning about the reasons why pulleys are effective. Excellent. He's praying to the earth in there, and I think when he starts going back over to move those crafts around, he's gonna... I think he may have just picked up some more. Let's check. Basalt ring. No, nothing yet. But every time he goes and interacts with this craft dwarf workshop to move some of those items around, he's got a chance to pick up some of them as his own and kind of claim them as his own items. And he gets a little bit happier about it. So now there's just like tremendous amount of item hauling that hasn't been done. See, one thing that I don't like is he's bringing the seeds, the seeds from this stockpile right now. Let's see. Take from, enter. Take from the farmer's workshop. And also I'll do a G, give to the farmer's workshop. Oh, so I can't give or, okay. So take. So he's bringing the seeds from the farmer's workshop here, the pigtail cloth, all the way to this bag right here, and I want him to bring the bag over here, but that's alright, I guess. Not too critical, but it would be a little bit more efficient if he did that first. Oh great, he just did it. So I did this stockpile take from workshop, but now he took it out of the, he took the seeds out of the workshop there and brought it to the bag. So one of the things I don't like is he's going all the way over here to get the mugs or goblets and getting the drink over here and then having to bring it back. So I'm going to make a food stockpile here. Just about that size, not too big. So I forbid everything that's not a drink in this food stockpile right here, these 4 tiles, and take from this stockpile. So hopefully the he moves some drinks over there and doesn't have to travel as far and can be a little bit more efficient. I'm not going for like a perfect efficiency fortress or anything like that, just, you know, seeing what Urist can teach us. But I'm out of time, so thank you very much for watching, and subscribe for more videos. Just gonna save the game.